Have you ever felt like a quiet observer, a traveler moving through a world that, while beautiful, doesn't feel like your final destination? If this deep sense of knowing resonates within you, stay for a moment. Ancient wisdom traditions from across the globe speak not of punishment or endless cycles, but of a great journey of the soul. Each life, a river bend, each experience, a lesson from the water itself, guiding us toward a vast ocean. But what happens when the river is about to meet the sea? What are the markers that your journey on this earth is reaching its profound completion? This isn't about looking for something extraordinary, but about recognizing a quiet shift within. A deep sense that your true home is not a place, but a state of being. Type, "My journey leads inward," in the comments to declare your intention to understand this path. One of the first stirrings is a sense of serene detachment from the material chase. You can appreciate the beauty of the world, engage in meaningful work, and nurture relationships, yet you remain anchored in a space of stillness. You see the world's stage, you play your part with love, but you know you are not the role you are playing. This isn't coldness or apathy. It's a profound peace. You understand that what so many are rushing towards, status, accumulation, endless seeking, are simply clouds passing in a vast sky. From a space of deep awareness, we find that our true essence is the sky, not the fleeting clouds. A second signal often emerges as moments of profound clarity that feel like echoes in time. These are not just fleeting feelings of having been somewhere before. They are deep, intuitive knowings. You might arrive in a new place and feel you know its secrets, or meet a stranger and feel an ancient connection. The laws of nature itself reveal that time is not a straight line, but a deep and flowing current. As your soul's journey matures, you become more sensitive to these currents, catching glimpses of a reality that exists beyond the narrow corridor of past, present, and future. The third transformation is a fundamental shift in your relationship with endings, especially death. Where many feel a deep-seated fear, you may begin to feel a quiet acceptance, even a gentle curiosity. The passing of life ceases to be a tragedy. It reveals itself as a natural, necessary part of a cycle, like a tree shedding its leaves in autumn to prepare for a new spring. Ancient wisdom teaches us that those who have walked many paths carry within them the memory of countless transitions. Death becomes not a wall, but a doorway you have passed through before, and a powerful calm accompanies this knowing. Following this, you might notice that life begins to speak to you in a language of synchronicity. Meaningful coincidences become your constant companions. You have a question in your heart, and the answer appears in a book you happen to open. You think of someone you haven't seen in years, and moments later, they reach out. This is a sign that you are moving from being a passive participant in life to an active co-creator with it. As you move closer to inner harmony, the world around you begins to reflect that harmony back to you, whispering guidance at every turn. If these reflections resonate with the quiet truth within you, perhaps you have found a community of fellow travelers. This path of quiet understanding can sometimes feel lonely, but you are not alone. Join us on this journey of awareness by subscribing to this channel and share this with anyone who may be asking these same deep questions. Another profound indicator is the way your desires transform. There may have been a time when your soul burned with the need for recognition, achievement, or finding a perfect love. Now, a gentle fullness rises from within. It's not that you lose your passion, but your ambitions are no longer fueled by a feeling of lack. You create, you build, you love, not to get something in return, but as a pure expression of the joy of being alive. Consider this perspective. What we often call karma is simply the momentum of our strongest desires and fears. When these powerful currents naturally quiet down, the soul finds its own unshakable center and becomes free. You may also start to perceive reality in a new way. The world that once seemed so solid and fixed begins to feel more like a delicate, shimmering veil. You sense a vast, silent energy flowing through all things. This isn't a complex philosophical idea, it is a direct, lived experience. Moments may arise when the boundary between you and the world dissolves. You look at a tree, and for a fleeting instant, you feel its rooted stillness. You listen to the rain, and you become the gentle falling. You understand that the separation between you and everything else is a beautiful illusion. From this state of unity, your very sense of self begins to expand. Your name, your history, your accomplishments, your failures, they all start to feel like clothes you've worn for a single season. Important, yes, but not the essence of who you are. The constant need to define yourself, to prove your worth, simply falls away. You just are. And in that simple state of being, a profound empathy awakens. You feel the joys and sorrows of others not out of pity, but out of a deep recognition. You realize we are not separate drops, but different expressions of the same single ocean of consciousness. This is the source of true compassion, action that flows effortlessly from a place of oneness. As these signs converge, you notice a final, powerful liberation. You are freed from your own repeating stories. The old wounds, the reactive triggers, the self-sabotaging patterns that once held you in their grip begin to lose their power. Not through a forceful battle, but through gentle awareness. An old anger might arise, but now you can watch it without being consumed. A familiar fear might surface, but you can meet it with compassion, and it dissolves in that light. The great sages taught that this is the essence of true healing. The lessons have been learned, so the dramas no longer need to be replayed. A lightness enters your being, the feeling of finally arriving home after a very long and arduous journey. So, where does this path lead? What is there for a soul that completes its earthly curriculum? We are taught that the completion of the journey is not an exit, but an expansion. It's a return to your original, infinite nature, now enriched with the wisdom of every life you've lived. The soul doesn't vanish, it becomes a conscious part of the great, intelligent flow of the universe. Imagine a drop of water, having traveled through rivers and clouds, finally rejoining the ocean. It retains the memory of its unique journey, yet it is also one with the ocean's boundless strength. If any of this speaks to a deep and quiet place within you, know that it is not a call to separate yourself from the world. It is an invitation to engage with life more deeply, more lovingly, without the weight of fear or the burden of illusion. It's the profound shift from a life of seeking to a life of presence. You no longer search for answers outside of yourself, because you realize that your own breath, your own heartbeat, your own quiet awareness holds the truth you were always looking for. You are not on the path. You are the path. The final and most profound sign is this: you realize home is not a destination. It is here, now, in the simple, sacred act of being. In this moment, every step becomes a meditation, and every breath becomes a prayer. You awaken inside the dream and realize that your true nature is the dreamer itself, peaceful, whole, and eternally free. Subscribing to this channel is more than a click. It is a quiet commitment to your own journey of awakening. If these words have served as a calm reminder of the truth you already hold, leave a like to signal that this light of awareness is shining. Share your own moments of quiet knowing in the comments below. Let us create a space where others know they are not walking alone. The path is simply a return to who you have always been, beyond all stories, beyond all time.